Okay, the final example today, use composition of functions to show f inverse of x equals 3x minus 6 is the inverse function of f of x equals 1/3 x plus 2. And these are linear functions. It could be quadratic or cubic or whatever, but they're already establishing they are by naming them what they are, but we're going to assume anytime they ask us to show their inverses, we're going to assume they are inverses. And here's a property of inverse functions if you do a composition of functions. If I do f of f inverse of x, it should equal x. And if I do f inverse of f of x, it should also equal x. And the verification process is both of those. You have to do both. It's not good enough for one of them to work, they both have to work. So I'm going to do f of f inverse, I'm going to do f inverse of f. So if we start off, let me just bring this over here. This is what I want to happen. So I'm going to just put that in a little box here. And let me just establish what f of f inverse of x equals. So we're going to take this side here, which would be f of f inverse, which is this expression, 3x minus 6. So we create the initial composition of the functions. F of x is 1/3 x plus 2, so x got replaced with 3x minus 6. So this x has to be replaced with 3x minus 6. So this expression becomes 1/3 times the quantity 3x minus 6 plus 2. Distribute the 1/3 through 1/3 times 3x makes x. 1/3 times minus 6 makes minus 2. X minus 2 plus 2 equals x. So I got f inverse of x written there. I established what it equals. I substitute properly. I simplify as much as possible. I got a remainder of x. That's what we're looking for. And if we get that, we move on to this one. If we don't get that, we're done. But again, we should expect them to work. So if you don't get that, probably messed up. So just look through your work and be careful of that. So in this case, f inverse of f of x. So f inverse f of x is this expression. So I'm going to put 1/3 x plus 2 here. And I'm just taking the left-hand side of the idea here, doing this. F inverse of 1/3 x plus 2 means to go up to f inverse of x and change x into 1/3 x plus 2. So it's going to become 3 times 1/3 x plus 2 minus 6. So again, this is 3x minus 6, 3x minus 6, x changed to that thing. We distribute the 3 through. 3 times 1/3 x is x. 3 times 2 is plus 6, then minus 6, and x plus 6 minus 6 equals x. The answer is all that stuff. All right? And again, if you're trying to show that something's inverse of something else, the composition of functions should equal x going both directions. As we learned with composition of functions last chapter, that sometimes if you swap them, you get different answers. In this case, you should get exactly the same answer, x.